Is it easy to create a design like this? The answer is yes. I created this sports car poster design using a dimension of 1080 by 1350 pixels with a resolution of 300. I'll show you how I did it in Affinity. Okay, so now let's start with the pictures, alright? Let's import them. Okay, so this is the asphalt road I used, alright? Okay, so I had to remove the background, and I've already made a video on how to remove background. If you haven't watched that video, I want you to kindly go and watch the video to understand how to remove background in Affinity. Okay, so I'll skip this part and then we move straight into the design. Okay, so now let's start with the logo. So I will place the logo instead of maybe dragging and dropping it, alright? So we select file and then we choose place. I select the logo like this, and then I just click OK. The reason why I did this is because I wanted to maintain the sharpness for me. Okay, alright. Okay, so let's make sure it's centered. Let me switch back to vector and then we choose here alignment, and then okay, it's properly centered. All right, let's switch back to pixel. Okay, so let me import the road. All right, okay, so there you have it. So I'll just copy and then I'll paste it like this. Okay, so the first thing I want to do on this image is to edit the road a bit. All right, I want to add some shadows to the road. All right, so you make sure the layer is selected and then you click here on adjustment and then you choose curves. Click to make a point like this and then we drag it like this. Okay, and then we close it and then we click on this max layer and then we click here, right click and then invert max. Okay, so we make sure you're in Pixel Studio and then make sure you're in the pixel view mode. All right, so let's select our paintbrush and then let's increase the size a bit. All right, let's turn this one, let's switch this. Okay, so now let's increase the opacity a bit so you can see the darkness. Right, we are working on the shadows, so we need to set our foreground to white and then the background to black. So this is our foreground, all right, and this is our background. Okay, so let's increase the flow a bit, then let's start painting on it. Let's switch to the vector so that you can see this pixelated image very clear. All right, so let's switch. All right, so you can see right here we have some shadows here. So what I'll do is to apply the shadows here as well. Okay, so now the next thing we'll do is to import the car, right? So I'm going to place the car image. All right, and then we move it on top of the adjustment layer. All right, let me show you something. Okay, so the reason why I mostly download my images from FreePix is, you see when I zoom in you can see the sharpness of the image. So you should really try your best to get sharp images that will make your designs really look like a top notch, right? Okay, so now this is the car, right? We need to add some shadows to it so that it looks very realistic. But before then, let me turn it off and then let me select the background for the road. So this is the road, so I want to add some clarity so that it makes the road look very sharp. So we select on filters and then clarity. So look at the before, this is the before, and then let's increase it a bit so you can see the difference. let's turn on the car and then let's add some shadows. So just like we did for the road, all right, so you select adjustment, you select your curves, and then let's click to make a point. Okay, so I'm done adding the shadows to the car. All right, so the next thing I want to add is to create some highlights. All right, so when you look at the car, you can see there's some highlights here, and you look at the lights of the car, and I think this side as well. All right, okay, so we select, make sure the layer for the car is selected, and this time when we create a point, we move it up like this, so you can see it changes here, right? Okay, so you can see we have applied the highlights to the car, right? Okay, so when I turn this off, you can see the highlight is off. When I turn it back, you can see it's on. All right, okay, so now I want to clip mask the adjustment layers into the car. So you make sure you select it like this, and then we clip mask like this. So now you can see we have the adjustment layer clip marks to the car. All right, so when I turn the car off, everything goes. All right, when I turn it on, everything comes back. All right, okay, so now let's create a shadow beneath the car. Let's switch to vector, and then let's choose the ellipse tool. All right, and then let's move it behind the car like this. Let's add the shadows. Make sure the layer is selected, and then you choose your layer effects, and then you add Gaussian blur. Okay, so you can see our shadow is applied perfectly and looking nice. We are still in a vector mode, and then let's add a text. Then let's change the font. Okay, so now let's change the color of the text. Okay, so there you have it. Let's duplicate this text, and then let's type STO. So the car is a Lamborghini Huracan STO. All right, it's a supercar. All right, let's change the text or the font to this. And then let's change the color of it to black. All right, okay, so the next thing I want to add is to create some shapes here. All right, just to give it some beauty. So let's create it like this, and then let's duplicate it like this. So now the next thing I want to do is to add some exposure. All right, I want the whole idea to look like there's some sunlight, you know, from this angle reflecting on the car. All right, so adding some exposure to the design will make it have that kind of feel. All right, we make sure the car layer is selected, and then we choose adjustment, and then we choose exposure. So let's move the slider to this. Okay, so I think this is okay, right? Okay, so then let's close it, and then let's max the layer like this, and then let's invert like this. All right, okay, so now let's switch to Pixel Studio, and then let's grab the paintbrush, and so now we can apply the exposure. All right, so let's zoom in. Okay, so now you can see we have the exposure applied. All right, so when I turn this off, you can see it's off. When I turn it on, it comes back. All right, okay, let's add this one inside the clipping mask. All right, we just turn this arrow down like this, and then we drag and drop it in here. Okay, so now let's add the other group of text. So the first one I want to add is the top speed, all right, of this car. So it's 310 kilometers per hour. So this car can go as fast as 310 kilometers per hour. Right, let me duplicate this. So the final thing I want to do is to add vibrance and saturation to the design. All right, so we click here, adjustment, and then we select vibrance. All right, so let's tweak the sliders a bit. So this is how I created this beautiful sports car poster design. All right, it's very simple and very easy to do, and I believe you have learned something. You've learned how to manipulate images to create something very beautiful. All right, if you found this video helpful, I want you to kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay updated for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.